Hello guys, and welcome once again to another YouTube video where I'm going to be sharing with you the codes that I've discovered, that these derivative guys are that they used to make the algorithm that moves your crash and booms, your step index, your what, your VIX, what. So I'm going to be releasing these videos on a weekly basis, whereby I will be giving you the analysis and actually giving you the feedback of the analysis. So it's going to be a weekly thing, with something that we're going to be doing on a weekly basis. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because these videos are going to be very, very informative. It's something that your crash and boom mentor has never told you and might never even tell you, because they might not even be aware of it. So it's something that will help you, something that if ever you listen to me attentively, you actually improve your trading in a huge way. So make sure you like the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because it helps us to reach quite a number of audience, because we actually want to help as much people as possible get these codes and also get the formula that has been making these codes. So I have a trend line there. Today I'll focus on crash 300. I'll also do boom 300. I'll also do boom 1000. I'll also do crash 1000. In doing all these instruments, I'll actually show you that the code is the same, the formula is the same. They're just using the code in a different way, but the code is the same. The code is the way. Once you're aware of the code and you're aware of the formula, there's no way you cannot make money. So if ever you want to be part of my free community, there's a Telegram community, there's a Discord community. You can actually join through the link that is in the description below. If you want to contact me directly, you can contact me through the WhatsApp number in the description below. If you want to be part of our focus mentorship, which actually covers retail trading strategies and as well as institutional trading strategies, you can feel free to contact me directly there and you'll be part of the focus mentorship program. So without further ado, I'm just going to go through crash 300 right now immediately and show you what is going to happen in the next upcoming days on crash 300. So we have a trend line already. Remember, this is a new instrument, so there is no any other support. This is the lowest price that it has reached so far, right? And I have this trend line which is also acting as a support that might, so someone can look at this and say price is going up. Okay, nothing wrong with that, but what we do here in our community in Smart Traders International, we make sure that we add quite a number of confluences to that one confluence that we'll be having. So this is a major trend line there. Good. So that's point number one taken. We have a major trend line that is there where the market is currently. We have a major trend line. If you check, the momentum was actually decreasing as we were going down. So I'm just going to do a quick rundown. This here is what we call a break of structure here. Break of structure because we broke that swing low here, right? So after having this break of structure like this, major break of structure like that, my students, my mentees, they are aware of what is bound to happen now. They are aware once we have a break of structure, major break of structure, once we break the swing low. So here, just to label, this was our swing low. Where is our swing high? My swing high is this one here, right? If you check, that's my swing high, that's my swing low. So swing low has been broken. What we now want to do after every swing low is broken, the market must give us that pullback retracement before it continues going down. That is, if ever it's going to continue following this bearish order flow. So this is my lowest point. My highest point so far is this point here, which is this swing high. So that swing high, it's actually the current range that will be trading crash 300 up to. If ever it breaks that swing high, it means we already have a total different case, because that would be a change of character. So that swing high there. Once we now have a swing high like that, and we now have a break of structure here on our swing low, right? So here, all I want now on a lower time frame is confluence, because if I enter using lower time frames, I can actually enter earlier, rather unlike someone who's going to wait for, let's say this internal structure change of character on a daily. If you wait for this one, you can actually enter later. So if ever you want an earlier entry, that's why you go to lower time frames. That's the purpose of our lower time frames. So that one Someone can wait for that one, and someone can wait for also the change of character here, which is actually the other change of character that is relevant. So someone can wait for this internal, someone can wait for this one as well. Someone can wait for this one, someone can wait for that one, whichever way. So me as a smart trader, I know that. So crash 300 is going to be a very interesting, I'm actually looking at a very interesting moment, because according to what I'm looking at, I have a supply zone there, a supply zone, which is a zone that the market can actually pull back into before continuing to go down. Because according to the path, the law of least resistance, the law of the path of least resistance, it means the market will continue in the same order flow, up until it breaks, up until it changes character. So it means, according to here, we are still maintaining the same attitude of a bearish order flow. That's why I'm having this as a target for the buys that we're going to most probably take on crash 300. So going down to, remember, we have a trend line as well already. It has touched into a trend line, but we don't just jump into the buys just because it has touched our trend line. We don't just jump, because we are smart traders. We wait for further confluence before just jumping into trades blindly, so here we refine our zone, we refine our supply. Once we refine our supply, that's the zone that I'm expecting most probably the retracement reach unto. If ever it comes to retest this, it's also fine, because that would be more profit on our side. So this side, we don't trade ticks, we don't trade spikes, we trade the market. There's no ticks, there's no spikes here. We are simply trading the market as it is. We don't talk ticks or spikes bullshit. That's bullshit, because at the end of the day, you are giving people a false doctrine of looking at the market. If ever you say, I trade ticks only, I trade spikes only, you're not a trader. You're still an amateur who is not aware of what they are doing. So um so here, as I said, so now looking at the 4 hour, all I want on the 4 hour is simply this one. This is the internal change of character that I will be looking forward to on the 4 hour. Once I get that one, once I have that internal change of character on the 4 hour, once I have that one, I know that the buys are now starting to happen. The buys are now starting to happen. So you can actually see that the market has established a support there, and you know that we also have a trend line on the daily. Support, trend line on the daily, two confluences already, and also we broke structure, and after breaking of the structure, we know that we now have to give a pullback to start going up. So going down to lower time frames, going down to 1 hour 30 minutes, I'm simply going there to identify any other confluence. If ever right now is the right time to enter. Already I can see that we have a double bottom on the 1 hour time frame. We have a double bottom, and I can actually also see that the market has taken out a lot of liquidity previously, meaning most probably right now it can actually start to go up, because there's no reason for it not to go up. Right now, your mentors, they've been telling you bullshit about crash 300, telling you this thing, it's going there's no structure, there's no what they don't know what they are doing. They're still also amateurs. When it comes now to professional trading, they are still also beginners and amateurs, because there is no market where you can say there's no structure. Even a market with no structure, it also has structure. So that's the one that we're looking for. Once it does that one, it means the buyers, they are now going, the pullback that we want on the daily is now going to happen for quite a number of days now. So double bottom here, first sign, you could have actually entered. This is a leg that you could have actually started buying. Those are entries that I, even though it's a risky entry, this is a risky entry, but the risk also is actually less. The risk, it's a risky entry, but it's a lesser risky entry. I'm so happy, because liquidity was taken here, liquidity was taken here, liquidity was taken here, double bottom, liquidity taken, liquidity was also taken here. That's why I said there's no reason for the market not to go up, because a lot of liquidity, which is fuel, has been collected. So after liquidity has been collected, we now look and anticipate the market to now move and go up. So here, what I do whenever I have a leg like this, for example, if I have a leg like this and the market came back here, this was a simple buy opportunity that you could have entered your risk, your stop loss just below the zone. You could just give it time to breathe. Right now you'd be flowing deep in profit, even though you don't have many other confluences. But that one on its own, it's actually a trade that carries lesser risk because the risk will be lesser there. So this is what I'm now looking forward to. Once we break here, once we break here, once we break here, once we change character here, we get a pullback. We take our buys. We're looking forward to break here. Once we break that one, once we break that one, once we go up and break this one, we get a pullback, and we know that we are now continuing to higher levels at the top. So for today, for today, if ever you're not in already the buys, wait for this, wait for that change of character there, that internal change of character on the 1 hour. Once you get that one, once you get that one, wait for a pullback, and you actually can start entering your trades. So this is what I'm looking forward to. Someone entered the buyers here, smart. That's a smart entry. That one could have entered there. So right now, the only thing we are waiting for right now is, as I said, once we break the pullback, then so here I can also see that I have a demand. So this demand can also, one can actually enter an entry as well. So either it's going to pull back inside, it's crashing already. So let's go down to 30 minutes. Let's see what's happening. As I said, the most probable, what we are not wanting, we simply want the market to break here. Once it breaks here, once it breaks the pullback, we enter our buys, targeting the break there. Once it breaks that one, we are now looking further beyond. So meanwhile we want this break. Once that break has happened, we know that we are now going up. So right now what can happen, even if, so remember we have a trend line here, it can also decide to take people out. It's also another thing. It can take people out, which is also taking liquidity. Once it takes liquidity, you find the market coming back above this resistance, coming back above, breaking where we want it to break, pulling back inside, and going. This is also these are moves that your mentor is not aware of, that are happening every time, and they are not aware of. They are simply victims of the happenings. So so I'm going to be so generous with you guys. I'm going to be so generous with you because I'm going to be releasing a video before the move, and also during the move, before the move that we spoke about, before the move, during the move, and also after the move. I'm also going to be releasing videos. That's why I said subscribe to the channel. You're actually doing yourself a favor on this one. You're actually doing yourself a favor by subscribing, because I'm actually helping you to analyze your instruments. These are your instruments. Personally, I don't usually, I focus on very few instruments. My main instrument is volatility 75. That's my main pair when it comes to synthetic indices. These ones I only do them for fun. I only trade them for fun. If I just want to make extra cash, and if I just want to hold trades for long, because some of the opportunities that I've seen, I've actually realized that they actually can hold for days, which is actually good for me, because I actually enjoy to see the benefits of my skill and my knowledge and my understanding. So as I said, you have to subscribe to this channel. You are doing yourself a favor. You have to like the video. You're doing yourself a favor. You're also doing a favor to the others, because it will help them to see this video as quickly as possible. Remember, I'm going to be sharing a video before the move, during the move, and also after the move, that would have been anticipating. So meaning for the rest of this year, you have me. I'm going to be so generous with you guys. You're going to have me for the rest of this month, the rest of next month, the rest of the next upcoming months, up until I don't know when. But I'm going to be so generous with you, because I'm going to be analyzing your instruments, your pairs, for you, with you here on the channel, and making sure that we make money together. As I'll be making money on my side, you'll also be making money on your side. If ever you want to be in direct contact with me, join the links in the description. We have free groups, we also have paid groups, we also have a mentorship class, we also have a $1 million class that is coming soon. A $1 million class, these are people that I connect to on a very personal level, that will flip accounts to on a very personal level. So that one is a deeper one. It's a deeper one because I invest most of my, I'm going to be investing most of my time there, and also investing most of my knowledge in that particular one. So this one, these videos, this is simply me being generous to make sure that you're also making money, and you're not being manipulated, you're not being trapped, you're not being you're not part of the majority of traders that are confused. So I'm going to bring that confusion out of your trading for the next coming months, starting today. So this is actually a generous act that I'm doing. It's a generous act, things that your mentors are paying, I'm making you to pay. I'm simply giving you for free. Not to say that, we do have paid courses that go, obviously in our paid courses we go deeper than what I'm doing here. I go deeper to explain the cause, the why of each and every single setup, the cause and the why of each and every single movement that I'll be expecting. So yeah, I have a trend line. Remember what I said, what we're simply waiting for. Obviously someone can decide to enter upon the pullback. There's nothing wrong with that entry, but personally I'll wait for, once we have a change of character there, get a pullback into a demand or a respective zone, fair value gap, whatever, then we take aggressive buys. Those ones will be aggressive sells, because right now I don't, so long we haven't broken this level here, to me I don't take any below this zone. I don't take aggressive trades, because the market is still, according to this lower time frame, it's higher time frame, order flow is still bearish, lower time frame order flow is also still bearish. So if it's still bearish below this zone, I don't enter any aggressive trades. All the trades that I enter here, I enter them conservatively. Then once this lower time frame just shifts the order flow from bearish to bullish, that's where I can start entering my aggressive trades, obviously targeting lower time frame targets. Once those lower time frame targets have been broken, I know that I'm now looking forward to higher time frame levels and higher time frame targets as well. So remember, inside, below here, conservatively. Once we break, we now look for aggressive entries. So right now, meanwhile we're still waiting. Remember what I said, the market can still take out these lows, collect liquidity, and come back above here. Still possible. But if ever you want to enter conservatively, wait for a pullback into this trend line and rejection. If it pulls back and rejects and close above, you can actually enter your buys, conservative buys. Then once we break above here, which is a change of character, and get a pullback into a demand, fair value gap, order block, blah blah blah, we enter aggressive trades, we enter aggressive buys, we hold all the way to the top. So guys, I'm going to be so generous, and I've actually started my generosity. Some of us, we are here to help you. We are not here to benefit ourselves, but we're actually here to help you generously. So guys, I'm being generous. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video with your crash and boom friends, with your crash and boom relatives, your crash and boom whatever, anyone whom you know whom they trade crash and boom, who are trading any derivative instruments, who are trading any synthetic indices, and who are not even trading any synthetic indices, because they're also going to gain value on how we analyze the market, on how institutions code this algorithm. Everything on the market is calculated, everything on the market is coded, everything on this market is coded, is calculated, it's coded, it's calculated. They know, they have a blueprint on their side already. They have a blueprint already. They know where price is going to go. They actually have the blueprint already. And some of us, out of experience, out of understanding, out of experience, knowledge, and understanding, and going deeper in the market, we actually also have a blueprint on our side. So this is this is the generosity that I'm giving you guys. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. So I've showed you the expectations. If ever you entered here at the bottom, you are okay, because right now you can actually put your stop loss to break even. Then if ever you're not in, you can get an entry upon the retest and rejection on this trend line. You can actually buy conservatively. Remember, conservatively. Then once we break this, it means it's an internal change of character. It means there you can actually start to enter aggressive buys. Once you enter aggressive buys and it moves your favor, once it moves your favor, I'm referring to moving to zones like this is a lower time frame zone, lower time frame resistance. Once it moves your favor, it means you can just shift your stop loss to break even, or you can even lock profits depending on how aggressive you would have went. Some can even, some of us can even close because you would have gone hard, depending on your account size, obviously. So this is what we are looking forward to. This is what we are looking forward to. I'm going to do another video at the end of the day to show you how it moved, to show you that what I'm telling you is not it's not a trial and error. I have the blueprint already. We have the blueprint, we have the codes, we have the formulas already. We are not taking chances here. You actually need to show your mentor this video and give him some advice to say please go and get some advice there, that side, so that you can actually teach us better. So guys, thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, thank you for liking the video. See you in the next upcoming video that I'm going to analyze with you and make sure that your trading journey is profitable. Thank you guys for watching.